perspective, because tensions that have been gripping the Gulf, Indian-bound energy shipments are now continuing to sail towards the country safely. Now, two LPG carriers named Shivalik and Nanda Devi, they are now currently transiting the region carrying LPG cargo bound for India's western coast. Already it is being said that the tanker Shivalik has entered India's waters and is now headed for the Gujarat port in Mundra and is expected to arrive today carrying the LPG that supplies the feed that into India's domestic fuel distribution network. There is another LPG tanker called Nanda Devi that is sailing towards the Kandla port in Gujarat and is expected to arrive tomorrow. There has been a slight delay. But another, that what we are looking at as far as the information that has now been suggested, let's take a look what the PIB has also been saying. Because this is by the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways that has been tagged in this picture, which says that two of Indian LPG carriers, Shivalik and Nanda Devi, carrying about 92,000 MT of LPG crossed the Strait of Hormuz on the 14th of March. At present, 22 Indian-flagged vessels with 611 seafarers remain at the west of the Persian Gulf. And that means that 22 Indian vessels are still stranded at the Persian Gulf, where talks that have been continuing on multiple levels, that what we are looking at. And this is what Dr. S. Jaishankar has also emphasized, that when it comes to direct talks with the Iranian leadership has now yielded in the positive results. And the positive results is that the two India-bound vessels are now reaching, one of them today and the other one tomorrow. So as Srinjoy is also connected with us, Mayank, let me take that question with you. Quickly, because this is yielded results, because India seems to be one of the few countries that is in direct talks with US and Israel and also with Iran, that seems to have now, led to this diplomatic play where we are looking at the Indian tankers that are also being released.
Definitely, it's a good sign and it's a success of Indian diplomacy. Let us also understand it from the perspective of historical relationship with India and Iran. Share, we both have a civilizational relationship which is thousands years old. And being said that, let us not forget that release of only two such tankers has given such a relief. So it is pinching the world. It has become a difficulty for the entire world as far as fuel energy is concerned, and so people are worried that if this narrow passage gets blocked, it can create major issues, strategic issues for the world over. So it's a success, diplomatic success for the country, and Iran would be always considered, as I believe, because the kind of relationship and diplomatic ties we hold, and it is a matter of time, unless there is a let up in the kind of operations which are going, we don't see that the situation changing much. That can be easily said from now, because a few hours back there was a projectile which was fired towards Tel Aviv, and in the night also there was siren which were blowing, signifying that projectiles were coming towards Israel. So there's no let up, and right in the beginning we had discussed the kind of hit which has taken place at the airport in Iran, in which Ali Khomeini's aircraft has been struck. Yeah. So we don't see any let up in the kind of operations which are continuing. Yes. So diplomacy will have to come into play, or there is a middle ground which is found.
That has happened at different levels. At the levels what we are looking at, the foreign ministers of the countries that have been continuously engaging and talking, even Prime Minister Modi speaking to President Pezeshkian of Iran, that seems to have, yielded in positive results. That what we are looking at. Two tankers carrying LPG is now reaching India. One of them expected to reach shortly. We'll be keeping our eyes out on the developments that take place at the Gujarat port. Mayank, thank you very much for the moment for joining in. We're just going to head into a very quick break.